all down to this in the fall season of 2019 to end it off in the C Division. It is the final between the LABATT Blues and the Zombies. Welcome to RSHL, Daniel Wilson here. Well, we pretty much knew that the LABATT Blues were going to make it to the final, but the Zombies, not really what I expected in there, as they had took advantage of some defensive errors of the Mighty Viking Devils and will come in as the number 3 seed after what's been a few frustrating seasons for them. They finally get a shot at another Carolina Cup. It's been a long time since they've had a chance, but they'll have to take on a red-hot LABATT Blues team. Now, of the LABATT Blues, even though they have been winning so far, the last couple of games haven't been so quite clear-cut, as those games have been by 1 goal. So, is it a weakness that's showing, or is it just because that the other teams are just getting stronger? We'll go to the breakdown, and I will start with the LABATT Blues. And no doubt it has to be Andrew Brutton, the one to watch, because he is 1 goal away from joining an elite club, the 20-goal club. He's already reached 22 points, so he is definitely the biggest threat of the team. The only question is, if he does score a hat trick, where do they go from there? For the Zombies, I think the biggest threat will be Ben Kingery. 8 goals, 3 assists, 11 points on the team. He's the only player to have double digits on the team. So they're going to really have to try to get that scoring spread out in order to have any chance against the LABATT Blues. Because the next one behind him is Mike Ellington, who only has 4 goals. But he has been a good asset to the team. And they will have Thomas Gidlow in the net, who's been pretty good this season, and will have to get a stellar performance from him. So we are just minutes away from the ball drop, and the C Division final is next.
Jump right in.
Officials for this game: Derek Hale, Josh Hale, and Brian Hook. So we'll have 3 officials for this game, as this is very crucial.
Alright, let's try and keep this. Please go play defense, so I'm up with you guys.
LABATT Blues looking to get back-to-back cups, while the Zombies looking to rise from the ashes after having several seasons of being out of playoff contention, as Bailey Dennis will take it to the corner for the LABATT Blues as we're underway in the C Division final. Taking a look for the Zombies, going up to the right side of the board, now stretches up, intended for Ellington, instead goes past Brigante, as he'll play around the boards, back to Ellington on the right corner, now centers up for a pass, shot for Cruz, it rolled off his stick, back to Dennis and over to Brutton, easily the biggest threat for the Zombies. Here's Matthew Cruz at a shot glove save by Sean Mitten. Which, interesting choice that they decided to go with him in the net today instead of Keith LaGros. He is here, but looks like he's not on the bench. Yeah, confirm he is not on the bench, but he is here. Now, LaGros and Mitten have been splitting duties this season, but Mitten has had the better season so far, coming in at a .917 save percentage. From the corner, Matthew Cruz will place it out as the LABATT Blues will go on the attack. Hickerson will switch places to the center. Shot is blocked. Second chance also blocked. Shot from Brutton. Could not get it on the backhand attempt from the left corner. Good stop by Evan Mendel. Centers over to Bailey Dennis. Wrist shot is blocked. As the Zombies are cutting off the lanes, they have gotten a little better on the defensive side. Last time these two teams met, the Blues won the game, as that shot goes a little high, just over to the slot. It was only a 1-goal win for LABATT. As that goes right by Mitchison. As he'll have to track it back. Ellington on pursuit back in the Blues corner. Mitchison will circle around now, center up to Fisher, misses him, and this will go down for an ice against LABATT. Now this is offensively the best season that the LABATT Blues have had. In total on the team, 70 points gathered. That's about as high as I've seen on any division. As they attempt to lift and it hits the ceiling, so we're going to try again on the face-off. Aside from Brunton, 2 other players are on double-digit points. That would be Robert McMahon and Cyrus Ashley. Balo looking for a centering pass. Can't find anyone. As Dave Fisher tries center up off a stick and back to Miller, who will push it down the floor. And they're going to call another ice, but no, he touched it before it got to the line. So we continue on. Attempted clear is successful. They're going to say no ice. There was a little confusion with the officials, but they're going to say play on. Mitchison trying to shake off one forechecker, gave it away. Mike Kane with control. Tried to backhand it up, rolled off the stick. Fisher gave it away. Back at the blue line, tries to push it over to the corner. It'll be picked up by Mendel. He'll play around the boards over to Keith Clement. On a partial 3-on-2, off a foot. Now settles over, gets onside, but that pass was blocked. Off the foot of Mendel, back to Kane. Pushed back in by Miller. Dave Fisher on the left corner, trying to get around. Center goes up to an open man to Clement. Shot blocked. Another chance. That one also wide. Rebound. Score! A broken point defensively, and the LABATT Blues take over. 1-0 lead off of Keith Clement. He was left wide open. There was a good defensive play on the back end, but that was just a loose ball, just waiting to be picked up. So the Blues strike first, and Keith Clement will get number 2 of the season. Has hardly gotten the score column today. Tries center up, rolls off the stick of Brunton. Off the boards and back to the center line. There, we'll push it back down. McMahon from the board. Shot going high. And off the boards. Trying to get away from Brunton, and we'll send it upwards. Poke back in, but taken away by Steve Gerslin. Balo circles back around, looks at the call from Gerslin. He'll try shot, whiffs it. And a good play at the center line to prevent the breakaway. As he'll play it off the boards. Minton comes out his net, but Mike Kane is moving in. He'll center up, can't get the one-timer. Brunton will take over for the Blues. Crosses over to Bailey Dennis. They cross the center line. Can't cross the blue line though. Back the other way for the Zombies. Gets poke checked by Jesse Hickerson. They'll head over to the corner. The Zombies trying to hold on. They now got to strike back quickly as they'll play around the board. Back over to Gerslin. Gerslin will try a shot. Oh, had an open net, but no one there to take it over. Kane with a shot, tries to look for a tip, goes off a blue stick. He'll try again. Kane trying to go for a backhand. He'll push it over to the corner. And Andrew Brunton the other way. We'll deke it over to McMahon, but poke checked over as the Blues try to get a change going on the back end. Centers to Brunton off the stick. Kane pushes upwards to Balo. Balo with a tapper, and that got blocked. Mitchison will play it upwards over to Fisher. The Blues will go on the attack again. Tries to loft it up. Knocked down by Kane for the Zombies. He'll backhand it in. And we'll look to get a change on the forwards. Mitchison will take his time and reset. Looks for an opening. It's gloved down by Ellington. That pass was intended for Miller. Shot is blocked. In front of the Blues bench, now we're to the right corner. Mitchison trying to shake off a double team and does get away. Gets a tapper from Miller. He'll hit the brakes. They haven't crossed the center line yet. Now they do. Now the Zombies reset. They tag up. Ellington tries to hold on for control, trying to protect that ball. He'll take over to the corner. Thinks about it. He'll try a wide angle shot, misses him. Brigante will take over. Will circle over, tries a shot, blocked. Will take his own shot back from the boards. Centers up, looks for someone, and it's Ellington. From the corner, gets a poke check from Mitchison. Centers over and tries to get a shot. That's a save by Sean Mitten. Through the screen, a bunch of legs in front, but Mitten gets the pass down to seal it up.
All right, guys, you got 2 full lines. Don't be sick. You got to stay on too long. Focus on what Matt does.
Toss up on the draw goes to the Blues. Dennis trying to shake off Matthew Cruz. He'll get away, and Cruz now going on the aggressive side.
Someone open for
And now we'll push it back to the backboards. Tries to go up for Andrew Brunton, now stretches up. Can't find Dennis. Attempted pushback fails. McMahon takes over. He'll go to the left corner in the zombie zone. Here's a call, missed the pass. And Matthew Cruz will get it across the center line. And they'll take over. It's Brigante along with Ellington. Brigante with a shot and not wide. Rebound chance, can't get it on. He went to the backhand there. He was not in a prime position to get a good shot. As Dennis will take it to the right corner. At least the back check has been working for the Zombies. They've gotten plenty of possession time. Brigante again.
Go, go, go!
They'll cross the blue line. But right now the Zombies attack is pretty slow. Only 3 attackers in. It goes off a foot from Cruz. Tries again. Brigante with a shot up in the air. Looking for it and caught by Mitten.
Andy, you okay?
Wonder if fatigue was a factor there. There was only 3 white jerseys in the offensive zone. So they didn't really have many options. They tie up on a draw, maybe a chance for the Zombies. They can get it, not this time as it's knocked away to the corner. And Miller attempts to clear, fails. Mike Kane with control, now will backhand it up, will find Velo. Backhands it back to Gerslin. Left point, plays off the boards, tried to get back to Velo, he didn't see it coming. And it's played back around for Dave Fisher. Miller stretches up for Clement, 2-on-1 partial. Centers up, shot, save by Thomas Gidlow. He's read the play and got into position, and now a 4-on-2 the other way. Gershlin, and they are offside. Wow, an odd man rush that good, and they just broke it up with an offside.
You got what?
Goes back to the Zombies. Kane with control, tries to dump in off a body. Back over to Mitchison. Off a white jersey, they clear out, and this is an icing. Won by the Zombies, but quickly poke checked away. Brunton in his own corner. Brunton trying to look for an opening as 2 white jerseys start to collapse on him. Take it away, but could not get control as it's cleared out, and this will be another icing.
Keep it up, man. Keep it up.
It'll be won by the Zombies, but again, pushed back. That is Gershwin, rather, with a shot and a bouncer to the glove of Sean Mitten. That one's won by the Blues. Brunton attempts to clear. This will be yet another icing.
All day long, guys. Keep it up.
Now that is 3 icings in a row for the Blues. I start to wonder if they're getting fatigued this early in the game. Back behind the net is Evan Mendel. Tries to play around. Gershwin with a shot wide of the net. He was trying to look for a tip. Back to the right corner. From the right corner, attempt to clear fails. Back to Mike Kane. He'll play around. Trying to look for a white jersey. Instead, it is Evan Mendel. Gave it away. Circles around. Shot and a bouncer wide. It looks like it went off a body. Trying to look for a centering pass, but it's taken away by Evan Mendel. Good poke check. But it's going to be placed around and off the safety net to Andrew Button. He'll clear down the floor. This will not be an icing as it reaches Skidlow, who's not going to take a chance with Bailey Dennis with 33 seconds left in the first period.
Good shot.
And shot from Brunton is blocked, and that's got a sting. As the Zombies reset, they got one chance on the rush, but gave it away to Dennis. Centers up for Brunton. This is for it. No, it goes wide as he's trying to dig in for it, and that's going to kill the rest of the clock. But the LABATT Blues take advantage of a broken defensive play and have a 1-0 lead after 1. Well, the Zombies have been doing things right offensively. They got plenty of possession time. It was just a bad play on the back end for the defense. But still a 1-goal game. It's plenty of time for the Zombies to get back in. And with the second period, with a long line change, this can work to their advantage. They got 14 minutes to make good of it. As Brigante puts it over to Matthew Cruz, but it was a little too late for him to get a shot on net, as he is pushed away by Keith Clement and upwards over to Dave Fisher. Good poke check. Brigante with control. He'll try a shot that is blocked, as I don't think he got a clean shot. Fisher will stretch up. Clement will play all the boards. Overstretched it a little bit and back down it goes, but the Zombies have to reset at the blue line. Back to Jesse Hickerson. He'll stretch out to Jay Miller, who got the championship-winning goal last season. That one had to take extra time against money shots as they stretch it up and misses him, but it is going to reach Sean Mitten, so no ice. Hickerson with control again. 1 minute gone in the second period. Clement gets around one, but the defense is starting to pinch in. Backhanded and over to a white jersey, over to Brigante. On the back check is Dave Safri. They do cross the line, and now it's a race for control in the corner. Easily won by Jesse Hickerson, beating Mike Ellington. We'll play around the board, just the voice Brigante, but Brigante with a good defensive play on the forecheck. Back it goes at the center line off a foot. Brigante will chase this one down again. Blues back the other way. 2 blue jerseys against 1 white. Blues will take it, but all at the body of Matthew Cruz. A good poke check to push it back down. They did tag up in time, so Brigante is down. Trying to look for an opening back to Matt Cruz. A little too hard. That was actually pushed away by Keith Clement as Sean Mitten will cover up. As I mentioned, with the possession time for the Zombies, the second period can work in their advantage with a long change. Tie up, won by the Blues. Dennis trying to get around Velo. Velo centers up, trying to look for an open there. Shot save, Mitten, and he'll hold on. Hey, wish he had gotten a harder shot on that one, but you never know with the low rollers.
You gotta get that on there at some point. That was that shot.
Tie up by McMahon, he'll win the draw over to Dennis. And now again, tied up by Velo in the corner. Centers up, shot, juggled, still loose, and back out to the slot. Shot is blocked. They'll bring it back to the circle. Centers up, intended for Ellington. Back it goes over to Andrew Brunton. The Blues on the attack, looking at Mike Kane. They cross the zone. Shot is blocked. Back behind the net, Brunton. Poked away by Gidlow in the net. Give it away to McMahon. Shot and off the stick of Gidlow. Attempt to clear fails. Mitchison will play it back over to Dennis. Wide angle shot and just off the side of the net.
29.
Back to Mendel. Mike Kane will take it, tries to clear out, not out yet. Mitchison drops it off to McMahon. Backhands across, intercepted by Kane. He'll play left.
Look, Nick.
Velo will take a shot and just off the stick of Mitten, just making sure it stays away from him. Centers up, looking for a tip, none available. Mitchison trying to break up the play behind the net. Velo trying to get away, and he gets tied up, and it goes back to Mitchison. He will clear out. Mike Kane with control for the Zombies at the neutral zone. He'll just push it back down. Mitchison again, stretches up, and got Dennis, but he left it behind. Poke check by Brunton. And a 2-on-1 the other way for Brunton. That goes high. Mike Kane. Will play off the boards. Finds a man on a partial 2-on-2. He'll push it over and behind the net. Mitchison tied up by Velo. Mitchison with control in his own corner. He'll stretch up, intended for Jay Miller, and out of his reach will be chased down by Kane. Kane hears the warning and gets it off the safety net just enough for his teammate to get control. Poke checked away by Fisher back in his own zone. Evan Mandel plays off the boards, looking for Jay Miller and rushing in. Could not break it up. And here the LABATT Blues, they want more motion out of their players, and they pretty much have a point. Not much movement from anyone. Back it goes at the blue line. Tries to center up. Can't find one. Poked away. Back it goes. And tried to center up. No one available. From the circle. It's blocked by Mendel. He'll play around the boards. Will be stopped by, well, it was going to be stopped by Gerstlin, but it will be an ice anyway.
Keep your sticks down, ready for the pass.
Face off one by the Blues, but immediately blocked down. Try to look for a tip, but no one available. Back over to Jesse Hickerson on the left boards. Faces a double team, and it's the Cruises. But good job by Miller to block the attack, and will be pushed back into the zone. Andy Cruz trying to look for Ellington. Matt Cruz tries again. That's blocked by Hickerson. Fisher tries to center up. Can't find Jay Miller. Andy Cruz trying to get it across. Can't get it out yet, as Andy Cruz has to try again behind his own net. Tries to center up off the foot of Fisher, but does retain control. Stretches up, but this is going to be an icing against the Zombies. We are halfway through the game, a 1-0 lead for the Blues. Their only loss this season was to MVD in overtime, and it was a last-second goal that happened. Other than that, the only other blemish was a draw. So this has been the team to beat, and the Zombies just trying to solve this puzzle. Shot is blocked, coming from Dennis. Mendel looking for some help, and a blind pass misses everybody.
Carry it.
Back in his own corner, trying to look for Brigante, tied up by Mitchison. Brunton crosses to Dennis at the point. Tries to move in, gets around Andy Cruz. Shot saved by Gidlow as they will clear down the floor, and another ice against the Zombies. Tie up will go to the Zombies. Andy Cruz with control, plays around, can't find a white jersey. Dennis back to Mendel at the point. Tries to stretch up, blocked by Brunton. Shot is wide of the net. Stickless, attempted clear, diving across was McMahon as Matt Cruz on the attack as he took a stick from Dennis. They said it was clean, so we continue. Backhand by Brigante goes wide. And Matt Cruz gets it back to Brigante. Centers up, a little off target as Brunton got in the way. And now 2-on-2 the other way. Brunton and Clement. He'll get around, but overstretches it, and the Zombies will survive that attack. Back to Ellington. They'll try a shot into the corner, no one there. Approaching 5 minutes left in the second period. Dennis back over to Mitchison. Back to Dennis, overshot a good stick to keep it in. As Cruz will push it down the floor. Ellington tries a shot, is blocked, tries again, backhanded across, stick save by Sean Mitten as they will put it into the Zombie bench. Won by the Blues. Well, they haven't been getting much possession time, but they have been winning the draws. As they will try to push up to Jay Miller, but getting tied up. Good job on the back check as Cruz just manages to keep it in. They will try again, and this time they get it out, and it's a race between Miller and Cruz, but Miller is going to hit the brakes. That's Mike Kane, pardon me. Saw the 2, but did not see the 8. As Fisher centers to Clement, taken away, back down the floor. About 3:35 remaining in the second. Race won by Hickerson. They'll try again on the attack. He'll hit the brakes again, trying to shake off a forechecker. Almost gave it away. He does give it away. Gerslin trying to hold on, and instead they will get it out. Mike Kane with control, and now I'll play around the boards. Nick Cruz on the attack for the Zombies, and he'll try to push it over a little too far ahead, but off a body. Look out here, shot wide of the net from Balo, and Nick Cruz could not get a second chance on. And a 2-on-2, overstretched the pass, but does get to Fisher. Has to wait for them to tag up, and now over to Jay Miller. They'll try to backhand it, and it goes over to the end boards. Fisher comes out, back over to Miller, left corner. Centers up, off a stick. Getting tied up was Velo. Back at the center line, that's Hickerson, pushes back over to the right corner. Dave Fisher, back over to Clement. Goes around him, back to the point. Clement backhands it back over, shot, and off the side as Gidlow gets it away back to the corner. Decides to keep playing instead of taking the cover. Tries center up again as the Zombies are warning them about Keith Clement. No one heard the warning, but it doesn't matter now because here they come, 3-on-2. Velo, weak shot over to Sean Mitten, who will cover up.
You all right? Yeah. Good breath.
Won by the Blues, and will be pushed back to their own corner. Tries to feed up. Couple of stick lifts and now turns into a 3-on-2. Brunton can get around, but it gets by Dennis. They tag back up. Brigante with a chance here. He'll center up, intended for Matthew Cruz. Overshot him, they'll go to the right corner. Matt Cruz again from the boards. Off a stick, glove down by Brigante. And he is trying to draw a call, and the refs are not buying it. As McMahon centers up in a 3-on-2. Brunton holds up on the attack and now tries to feed upwards and misses. McMahon and Matt Cruz behind the net. Cruz trying to find some room and now stretched up. Intercepted by Mendel. Shot going wide of the net. Getting tied up on the end boards. 45 seconds remaining in the period. Now goes upwards. And Brigante got a stick check as that goes into the ceiling and a face-off. We got time for another draw.
Shouldn't it be outside? No.
And they're going to put the draw back in the neutral zone. Won by the Blues. Brunton trying to go for a quick attack. And glove down by Matt Cruz will stretch it up. Tried to go for Ellington. Overshot him. 10 seconds left and offside, and that will kill the rest of the clock. Not necessarily a bad thing for the Labatt Blues, as the clock will wind down for the second intermission. So the Zombies did have some chances, but it's been more about the defense on both sides. Still 1-0 Blues after 2.
Hey man, we got this. All right, guys, we got this.
Last period.
Anybody seen that nice?
Well, the defensive end making a statement so far is the shots are 12-7 in favor of the Zombies. And Labatt Blues were not happy with how they were playing. They know they got to move around. They should be getting more offensive chances than they should. Well, right now they got the one goal that counts. But they know that they need to step it up to protect that one goal lead. As Clement will stretch it down. They're going to say no ice here, went off a stick. In the meantime, the Zombies trying to solve the puzzle here as it's stretched up to Ellington. Mike with a shot, save, rebound, and covered up by Sean Minton. And we have an injured Labatt Blue on the floor. Yeah, I think he may have taken a stick. I'm not too sure, and I'm waiting to see who it is. It is Matt Mitchison. Well, he has the full cage on, so it couldn't be a facial injury, but in the meantime, it looks like a penalty is being called. I heard Keith Clement's number being called. So, yes, it is a penalty against Labatt Blues. Our first one of the game, Keith Clement to the box.
All right, boys, just throw it on net.
And the call is interference. So, a backhand chance as the Zombies will try to get their best chance of the game yet, but they're going to have to reset as Andy Cruz will track it back. Stretches up. They hit the attacking zone looking for a shot on net. But it goes back to the point. Andy Cruz with control. Was that high? They say no. Well, Bailey Dennis knows his stick work. Was a little bit borderline on that, but they're going to let it go. As Brigante trying to protect the ball, he'll try to track it in. Now backhands it up, and Cruz was not ready for that. He did not know that the pass was coming to him. And that's going to kill more time on the penalty.
Simple, guys.
Andy Cruz will track it up again as we are near halfway through this power play, getting tied up by Dave Fisher. He'll try a shorthanded attempt going wide. Trying to push it back up. Brigante gets around. Now has to get around Mandel. He'll try to slide it out. Not out. Back to the right corner between Dennis and Ellington. Dennis will play around the opposite side. Moving in. Fisher gets control, and it will be cleared down the floor. 30 seconds left on the power play. Back down over to Andy Cruz. Now he'll just push it left to Brigante off the boards. And poke back away, back to the point. Thanks about it. Wrist shot wide the net, and covered by Sean Mitten. And I don't think there will be enough time on the draw for this power play. So Clement will be back on the floor momentarily. So the penalty is now over, and we are back to full strength. Safried sees one man coming. That was Nick Cruz. They play in front of the LABATT bench. Back to Mike Kane at the center line, looking for a tip, and Velo wasn't ready. He did not have the stick down, as Jay Miller will get it out in a 3-on-1 for the Blues. McMahon thinks about a shot save, try to get a second chance, could not get it on, and Gidlow covers. I think the Zombies have gotten a little lackluster in this third period. That was not a very good power play on their part. And on top of that, letting go of the 3-on-1. As Mike Kane will try to push it out, glove down by Mitchison. He'll risk it, and that's off the safety net. Behind the net is McMahon. Centers up, shot save! Another chance, another save by Gidlow. Back to Velo. For the Zombies, they'll try to push it out. Mitchison with control. They'll loft it, but it hits the ceiling, and this will be coming back. And it will be back over to Mike Kane for the Zombies. Shot and a stick save by Mitten. That one was drifting to the right. And back it goes, and can't get a shot on net. It rolled off of him for a moment as Brunton will stretch it up. Maybe a break for Miller if he can settle it down. And it's a shot, and that's a block going into the end boards. Nick Cruz will take over. And now the LABATT Blues are starting to get some quality opportunities. It wasn't quite a breakaway. And they'll drift it back down, but this will be an ice against the LABATT Blues. And now a crack starting to show as far as the Zombies, as they're starting to go at each other now. Won by the Zombies, back it goes. Wrist shot wide of the net. Mitchison plays around, Bailey Dennis on the right boards. Trying to get away to make it 1-on-1. Only has Mike Kane to face. Holds up on a shot off the glove of Gidlow and high. That goes shot wide of the net from Dave Fisher. Velo will play all the boards and down the floor. A good poke check by Velo on Evan Mandel, trying to pressure him on the forecheck. Trying to hold on, he's trying to look for some kind of help, and now he'll play around the boards, and the Blues will go on the attack. The good play on the center line to push it back in. Back on the boards, tries the shot, that's blocked, tried to go through the screen, as Dennis will take over for the LABATT Blues. Poke check by Mike Kane back to the neutral zone. Nick Cruz tries to center up, gets tied up for a moment. Cruz again. He'll play off the end boards, looking for some help. Looking for Velo, but can't get to him. Clement plays around, racing it down is Gerslin. From the circle, shot just a little high into the safety net. Clement attempts a clear, knocked down by Matt Cruz. Nick Cruz. And good poke check as Dennis will go for another 1-on-1 with Mike Kane. The rushing in is Nick Cruz. McMahon on the left boards. Front of the Zombies bench now to the left corner. Tries to go back to Cruz, and he'll push it down the floor for an ice. Tie up on a draw for the Zombies. And back down it goes to Hickerson. He'll try a shot. Had to take 2 whacks at it, but it goes over to Brunton. Shot! Oh, rolls wide of the net! But Gidlow did make the save. While he was close to joining 20 goals. As Miller getting double teamed. Trying to find help and gets help at the center line, but gave it away to the Zombies. They attempt to clear. Does get around him. Mitchison has to go back. 6:30 remaining in regulation. They attempt to go up to Robert McMahon, to the end boards, left corner, along with Andy Cruz. Centers up, try to go for Miller. Back it goes over to Hickerson from the slot. Shot! Can't get it on net. Another shot, another save! Oh, Gidlow trying to hold his ground here, trying to keep his team in the game. Stretch pass. Brigante with a shot that's blocking. It's a save and covered by Mitten. Won by the Zombies. Tries a shot off a body into the right corner. Tries to center up, try to get a tip on, can't find one, and it goes back to the end boards. And trying to protect the ball is Mitchison. Back over to Dave Fisher for the Blues. 3-on-2 the other way. Dennis, along with Fisher and Clements. Fisher tried to get a return pass to Dennis. Backhand wide of the net, and will be held up by Andy Cruz, but he whiffs it. Give it away to Clement. That rolls off his stick. Back over to Fisher, stick save by Gidlow. Fisher will try again. Getting pestered by Andy Cruz. He'll give it away. They do cross the center line. Ellington clears it. Off the foot of Brigante. Off the boards again as Ellington take on the left boards, being pestered by Mitchison. It took a stick, but that was for a poke check. They'll take it to the left corner and covered up by Mitten. 4:30 remaining in regulation. The Zombies have been getting the chances, but the defense has been holding up for the Blues. And hold up for a second here as Derek Hale went over to Brian Hooks for something. I wasn't sure what that was all about, but we get back underway. Getting tied up. Here's a shot, save, rebound! Oh, where is that? It is a save by Sean Mitten. I certainly thought that went in, but he gets back in the nick of time. Well, that may be his biggest save yet. He's been facing plenty of chances. But back over to Mike Kane behind his own net, trying to shake off McMahon. That noise you just heard was the bench door of the Zombies. As it fell off. And they're going to whistle us down. So they're going to fix the door. As a matter of fact, it is fixed. The bench door fell off the hinges and into the Zombies bench. But it's fixed now, but what a weird way to stop play. But the clock has been stopped at 3:09. But the bench door is back in its proper place now. As the Blues try to get back on the attack, but Ellington will take over for the Zombies. Poke check by McMahon at the center line. He'll get it off to Nick Cruz, off his stick, and down over to the Blues again. Brunton has yet to get on the score sheet today. Does get away, but has to give it away to Mike Kane. He'll play back over and through the legs of Velo. Back it goes. Ellington. Little communication issue between the white jerseys as he'll push it over to the left corner. Ellington can't seal it off, and it's back over to McMahon. He'll play it over to Jay Miller. He'll play it over and takes a shot wide the net. Nick Cruz tries to get it upwards, but Clement had a chance, but was poked away by Nick Cruz. Velo centers over to Nick Cruz. He gets poke check, but no, they say no penalty. The hand was raised for a moment there, but it's loose, and that's a save. And covered up, and a timeout being called by the Labatt Blues. I was looking at Brian Hooks. His hand was raised momentarily, but changed his mind. Because I think he was thinking about calling a slash, but he said play on. But the Zombies have gotten their best chances so far. So now the question becomes, are they going to pull Gidlow?
Nice.
So the Zombies have 20 shots on net. They have been getting chances, but it's just been a difficult puzzle for them to solve. And remember, the last two games that the Blues won was by 1 goal. And this may be a critical one here, but the Zombies will see if they pull Gidlow here or they're going to wait. Well, right now the only goal is to Keith Clement, his second of the season, and it's been a rough season for him. He's only had 2 points to his credit all season.
I said, discussing amongst the men, what do you think is the best pick that person. And then
As the Blues are now lined up for the face-off, they're just waiting for the Zombies. Well, Gidlow's going to stay where he is for now, as they're going to send Nick and Matt Cruz, Kane, Gerslin, and Ellington. As we get back underway, Blues trying to drain the rest of their clock to get back-to-back championships. Trying to fight off an attacker. Minute 50 remaining. Kane keeps it in. Shot from Gerslin goes wide. Ellington from the left corner will drop back to Gerslin. Reverses back. Ellington from the corner centers up and goes off of Mitten, who will hold on. A minute 36 remaining on the clock. And Gidlow giving the heads up that he's about to come to the bench. As they'll play to the end boards. And attempt to clear fails. Ellington tries to set up for Nick Cruz, knocked away. Back over to Mike Kane, who will push it back in. And Gidlow is thinking about it. And he says, hold on for a moment. He was heading to the bench, but now he's holding up. As Dennis is trying to kill some time and now poked away and down the floor. Mike Kane has Fisher on pursuit. He's going to play around to Nick. They only have 1 minute to get something going. They got to get Gidlow out of the net. But the Blues are not making it easy here. They're going to push up to Fisher, who's trying to drain the clock. Poke check by Cruz. They really got to get possession here. They have any chance of coming back in this game. They're both fighting for it, and now the Zombies have control. Gidlow's walking out, and now he's heading to the bench. Extra attacker on as Gerslin will put it to the left corner. Attempt to clear, and this will be an ice against the Blues with 30 seconds left. And the Zombies are going to take some time to draw up a play here. They'll call a timeout. So
Seconds, nothing left.
So unfortunately for them, a lot of time was wasted on that. They were trying to get Gidlow out, but unfortunately the Blues killed a lot of time on there. Only 30 seconds to work with. They have Gidlow on the bench, 6 attackers on now. It's now going to be about who they send out.
Whoever picks it up, we have to see that
Step up when you need to. Smart.
Right now, the Zombies just looking to try to push this to overtime.
close side. You have to get the rebound and get the score.
That's present.
It is a good game.
Actually, I think technically when I said good game. Wasn't down.
Well, they're going to send Velo, Brigante, Ellington, Matt Cruz, Andy Cruz.
One too many.
And I believe that's Alan Black that's sending out. So only 30 seconds to work with. It'll be the most crucial 30 seconds they have this season to get this to overtime as they get tied up on the draw of the Blues. Get back into the left corner as Hickerson trying to kill that clock. That's pretty much their main goal. And a penalty is coming up for a board. And it's Andrew Brunton going to the box for boarding. 21 seconds left, and now it's a 6-on-4. The light just got brighter for the Zombies here. Are they sending Cruz to the box too? So apparently not. So in this case, it would actually be 5-on-4. So Matt Cruz was also sent to the box. Wasn't sure what that call was. I only saw the board.
It's 4-on-4, you guys have 5. And they have one too many. You guys can stop yelling and I'll figure it out.
Yeah, the Zombies trying to make sure that they're playing fair here.
Hey,
So with the penalties, it
one of
will
you
be.
guys play goalie. Hello, Andy, play goalie.
They're just trying to make sure that they got the proper arrangement going. So it'll turn into a 5-on-4 minus a goalie. 17 seconds left. Only one chance for the Zombies.
You do not have time.
As Andy Cruz taking the time, and he just gave it away to McMahon, and they will score. Wow, what was that? I'm sorry, that was just a bad play. Wow, you can't be affording to make a mistake like that. And it's going to be a win for the LABATT Blues, and it'll be back-to-back championships for them. So they will kill out the rest of the clock. They'll at least get one chance here, but Sean Minton will get a shutout. And the LABATT Blues have earned their third Carolina Cup. Defense. The LABATT Blues are usually all about offense, but today it was the other way. It was all to defense, and Sean Minton, who doesn't usually play a goalie, he split duties this season, gets a shutout and a critical one. The Zombies just could not figure it out. And they will earn cup number 3. Steve Clements, the Keith LeGros, who did not play. Well, they're going to give it to the little guy here. And Keith LeGros is coaching the team, but not playing today. And they're going to have them carry it over to the scoreboard.
Let's go. Hold it.
So the only goal credited to Keith Clement, and it is the only one that stands that wins them the cup. Didn't have much on the score sheet this season, but he gets the most important one. And Sean Mitten gets a shutout in what is once again a 1-goal win. And with that, the Blues now tie MVD in number of cups won. So the Blues will retain their title and will carry it over to the spring season. We'll be back with the wrap up. I'm here with Keith LeGros and Sean Mitten, who got a shutout, and you two have been splitting duties. And we also have Tyler and Jack. How old are they?
There's 5.
Jack is 7.
They've been here as support. They've been with you on the bench.
Absolutely, yeah. They're big fans.
How do you think you did?
How'd I do?
You good? All right, so yeah, you've been all about offense this season, but today it was more about defense. The Zombies had more shots on net. So was that a very difficult thing for you to adjust to their game?
More than anything, it was just trying to slow it down, stop the puck and freeze it when we can, make sure no sustained rallies, and the defense did a good job in front.
Sean came up big several times when we needed him.
Of course, you two have been splitting duties this season. Keith did not play this game, but he's been more coaching the team. So have you been happy with how your team's been playing throughout the game?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
well, you can't be wrong. You can't be wrong if it wins you a cup.
That's right.
So with this, you now have 3 cups. You tie MVD for a number of Carolina Cups won. So what is going to be next for next season?
Cup number 4.
Number 4. You're going to make it back to back to back. They've been dominating this season. I wouldn't expect anything less. But of course, who knows when the spring season comes? And that's going to be a ways down the road. But for now, we still have the A and B division finals, which will be coming up. But for now, from XL Sports World, it's Danny Wilson. We'll see you next time around.
Go Blues.
If you enjoyed this game, be sure to check out the other games here on our YouTube channel at Raleigh Street Hockey. Also be sure to check out our sponsors at allblackhockeysticks.com. You can get an all black stick for just under $100. Not a bad deal. Also be sure to check out our other sponsor, Hagen Hockey, which has some great hockey equipment for you. In order to get free shipping, just use the promo code Raleigh Street Hockey.